Okay, as usual, we will start our Dhamma talk with the recitation of Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Lu Lang Hu
Oh,
Lu Lang Chapa Abui
Chapaya.
Lu Lang Pak Chiang Abui
Hạt chàm leo.
Phát triển liều.
Very good. Very good.
Hạt chỉ kỳ chiếm phá liều.
Pai Dit Holu Lai Chi Sim Jimport.
Oh.
Okay. Yesterday night, I have told you that if we can manage to behave like a person with a back pain and observe and note the object of meditation in time with the present moment, we will perceive the true nature of phenomena, starting from the understanding of the 4 great elements. They are called Mahabhuta, Chattaro Mahabhuta, Chatu Mahabhuta, the 4 great elements. How we can understand, how we can realize these 4 great elements in our body by practicing meditation? You may want to know that. When noting the rising of abdomen, attentively, energetically, at the moment of arising, the gradual step-by-step increasing rigidity, tension, pressure, vibration will be found. These are Vayodhatu or air element. The gradual step-by-step increasing rigidity, tension on the abdomen, pressure, vibration on the abdomen will be found. These are the characteristics of air element. We must observe and note all this nature closely and intensely as much as possible. When noting the falling of abdomen, the gradual step-by-step decreasing movement, tension, vibration, stiffness are Vayodhatu or air element. Yes, we must observe and note them very closely, intensely, as much as possible. When noting the manner of sitting, sometimes we need to note the sitting posture as sitting. I have already told you during the interview. I hope you remember, you still remember it. Sometimes the primary object, the rising and falling movements are not so prominent. not so clear to yogis. So they can change the primary object. They can replace the primary objects, the rising, falling, with sitting and touching. At the time, yogi had to know the touching sensation, especially between the buttock and cushion, or the floor, or chair, It's a very, very prominent touching sensation. Later, they may develop into the painful sensation. So that prominent touching sensation, we know touching. So what we see, the sense of rigidity. The sense of rigidity is found or realized. This is also Vayo Dhatu. Okay? When the noting the manner of touching, the sense of hardness or softness is Patavi Dhatu, another Dhatu, another element, the manner of touching, the sense of hardness or softness between the bottom and floor or cushion. Yes, this is Patavi Dhatu, the characteristic of earth element. Then you may sense, if you carefully note the touching sensation, the sense of heat, sometimes very prominent. Oh, the heat, warmness. They are the characteristic of Tejo Dhatu, fire element, heat and warmness, in touching sensation. These are called Paramata, the four elements, the characteristics of four elements, vibration, stiffness, heat, warmness, tension, hardness, softness. These are all about four elements. Yes, they are paramata, the ultimate realities. That's why very important. When we know the rising, falling, we must be able to see the sensation, vibration, hardness, softness, tension, motion, stiffness. Yeah. If not, we are not doing well. You can say that you are not doing well in meditation if you cannot see such phenomena. Okay? So, they cannot be seen by natural eyes. Yes, with natural eyes, we cannot see the Patavi Dhatu, Apo Dhatu, Vayo Dhatu. These four elements, fire, earth, wind, water, we cannot see their characteristics. Their characteristics. So how we can see? Yes, they can be seen or realized only with the eyes of wisdom. The eyes of wisdom, the eyes of insight, which come from Vipassana meditation. While walking meditation, yogis note on the lifting, pushing forward, and dropping down. The sense of gradual uplifting must be observed, and the step-by-step upward movements must be noted closely, intensely, as much as possible. When noting pushing forward, The sense of gradual forward movement must be observed attentively. The noting should be concurrent with the present successive step-by-step forward movements. When noting dropping down, dropping the foot down, the sense of downward movement, the sense of downward motion must be observed and noted attentively, intensely. Yogis should note concurrently with each present successive step-by-step downward movements. If we are able to know the objects of awareness in time with the present moment, we are sure to perceive the true nature of phenomena. Yes, that's why meditation teacher usually asks the yogis to slow down and to know every phenomena, every activities attentively, energetically, closely. Why? Yes, they want yogis to see, to realize the true nature of phenomena. It is in accordance with the literature. What literature say about this? Pannananda tabedoa vividina pasatiti vipassana. Vipassana means dissociating oneself from the form and shape of pannanti or concept in English. The Pali is pannanti. The translation for pannanti is concept. Okay? Vipassana means dissociating oneself from the form and shape of pannanti, a concept like hand, body, face, nose. These are pannanti, not realities. The realities is I have mentioned just now: hardness, softness. You just face. You just put. You just touch. Your hand on your face. What you can feel, what you can sense: hardness, softness, heat, warmness. Not the face. Or you may call it the face. The face is just concept, pannanti. What you really see is paramata, hardness, softness, cool, warmness, rigidity. Yes. So the literature said, pannanti tapidoa vividina pasatiti vipassana. Vipassana means dissociating oneself from the form and shape of pannanti, concept, and observing and noting in various ways to know the true nature of phenomena. Yes, observing and noting by dissociating oneself from the shape and form of concept as much as possible, and then observing and noting on the various activities means vipassana. This is how a yogi has to observe and note the objects of meditation at a very early stage of the practice. For example, as you observe and note rising, the shape and form of the abdomen is pannanti, concept. Dissociate yourself. You have to dissociate yourself from that pannanti, the shape and form of the abdomen. You have to ignore it as much as possible. then you have to note it. You have to note it what? Gradual increasing rigidity on the abdomen. Gradual increasing rigidity, tension, vibration. Yes, these phenomena must be noted as they are, as they really are. As you observe and note lifting, pushing forward, and dropping, you have to dissociate yourself from the shape and form of the foot, or ignore the shape and form of the foot as much as possible, and observe and know the nature of upward movement, forward movement, and downward movement in stages closely and deeply. Only when you practice meditation in this way will you be able to fulfill your wish, understanding the true nature, gaining vipassana knowledge, gaining the Ariya knowledge, path and fruition, finally achieving the Nirvana. Okay, sorry, I forgot to wait for you. Translator, maybe tonight, very motivated. So motivated to stop for the translator.
Okay, Sayadaw. Okay. So 昨天咱係Sayadaw有解釋講啦，咱被只明白，還是被看到、觀到啊，這個咱嘅這個心甲身軀啦，心甲物質嘅只嘅這個伊人嘅形咧，咱就被yogi 咧，咱特別做啥個，咱是一個病人啦。這個病人咧是有這個腳趾痛嘅病人啦。所以，這個人伊有腳趾痛，所以伊做物件個慢慢啦，所以做物件個慢慢。所以因為咱行動，咱放慢，所以咱就會注意到咱大步嘅行動啦。所以安尼看吼，咱個會觀到啲發生掉嘅大行動嘅變化咯。所以假使講咱會觀到所有嘅甲了心甲身軀，還是心甲物質嘅變動咧，伫伊啲發生嘅好準時安尼看啊，咱就會看到即個時代啦。巴利叫做扎達羅馬哈布達時代。蝦米是時代咧？時代咱當來話講就是水、火、土甲即個風啦，風節。所以成日都接落來問到，咱安怎去了解甲明白即個時代佇咱嘅身軀呢？伊講假使講咱要明白咧，頭為咱佇觀咱嘅波多嘅風起甲塌落嘅時，rising and falling 嘅時，咱愛真正用力觀準，用心嘅去觀伊搭波對甲調when 伊嘅波多佇叮當嘅時 ，when 伊嘅波多佇膨起來時，咱對調伊嘅波多佇慢慢一步安尼款膨起來。所以 when 伊嘅波多佇膨起來，咱會注意到蝦米咧？咱會注意到，咱嘅波多慢慢板跳慢慢感覺到真正怎講硬起來了如果會感覺到有物件佇叮當即個叮當硬感覺到真正冰就啲 Q 掉嘅感覺 这个就是咱看到是风一来，风的形就是安尼款的。所以，when咱有只伫观伊波多按照风起的时，咱就会发现，这个物件到了伫变化掉so 这个需要一个yogi真正专心真正用力的对调一步一步对紧对调这个伫发生掉的波多伫风起的情形了解的所了解的事实的情形啦。So when 伊伫观这个波多伫塔落的时，伊会观到虾米咧？伊会讲，伊会观到这波多叮当了伊慢慢叫这个帮铃这个叮当了无安尼按帮铃，这是佫是虾米伊注意到虾米咧？都是风节的特质，风节的这事实的这个形啦所以这个yogi伊敢若有对调捌看掉伊波多是安怎去碰起，慢慢一步一步呢经起来。然后 when 伊波多塔落的时，伊是安怎？伊风是安怎慢慢叫放令放出所以伊才会了解到这个风的叮当风会互人感觉到真正安会身躯安这个伊会开始慢慢越来越明白风的特质，风的这的形所以常常when 伊伫观伊坐调的时候，但是咱波多碰起甲塔落，或是无咱无管咱安怎去观伊，有当时咱观袂到清楚啦。所以 when 安尼款的情形发生的时，咱应该做虾米咧？咱应该转咱的目标，咱去观咱的坐调甲动调咱身躯触到的感觉就是讲 sitting and touching 啦，无所以 when 咱坐时，咱的手特别有还是咱的身躯特别有动到物件的位啦。相对明显的位就是咱的牙喙啦。咱牙喙咱坐伫裤骹的时，伊动到相对坐就是咱的坐身的这个cushion啦还是咱坐伫高椅，咱动到咱的高椅所以 when 咱注意袂到，咱的波多碰去甲塔落的时，咱就慢慢转咱的目标去注意咱坐形，甲咱身躯动到的明显的位，像甲咱的牙喙动到裤骹的感觉在咯安尼款讲啦所以慢慢咱就会有感觉了。when 咱注意咱的牙喙动伫裤骹位伊如直直有注意这个touching这动到的感觉你就会慢慢会发现到你心无走的时，你对调的时，你会感觉伊的牙喙那边慢慢会挺起来，因为伊动到位是定的，所以慢慢坐久了吼这个挺的感觉会浮起来所以感觉浮起来时吼你就会关注这个疼的事实的情形，你会感觉到咧动到，when 你牙喙动到你裤骹的时，有时夹夹有叮当你会感觉咱的这个牙喙表面when 动到你裤骹的时，原来个夹夹有风节去叮当但是动久了吼因为裤骹是定的，所以咱会感觉到这个定的这事实的这特质，裤骹的特质，是有当时你会感觉到软，这软感觉到是软有可能是牙喙白软，还是你坐条 cushion 有软的感觉。到这软甲定咧是属于虾米咧？伊是属于这个凸出来虾米物件when 咱看到，咱注意到是定甲软，这事实是咱伫感觉到凸出。了有当时坐久了了感觉烧，身躯烧了牙喙的位坐久了，感觉烧这个烧 是虾米咧？这是灰质来啊，所以咱有感觉到风质，咱有感觉到土质，咱有感觉到灰质哈。这个个了啊，风质、灰质啊、土质啊，巴利话人叫做巴拉马达啦，就是讲咱观到这个真正事实的情形，啊，莫话叫做 ultimate reality 哈。咱唔是看到这个普通的形呀啥个concept 啦，啊莫话叫做 concept 啦特别咱看到的就是讲这个物质本身有的真正的特质所以这是真正要紧的，对咱一个修行坐禅的人来讲，注意到这个感觉到这个巴拉马达这个物质的事实的特质是真正要紧的。咱特别有才调，有这个定力，有这个正念心，关到这个叮当定女脚假使讲啦，一个yogi啦，伊训练这智慧禅伊无才调关到安尼款的事实的情形啦，安尼款来讲伊坐禅是算起来是无讲做真好啦，会使讲是歹啦毋是讲坐真出色啦所以这 yogi when 讲伊坐禅好，就是讲伊有才调关到这个四项就是讲风火水土这四项物件会真正伊的事实的形伊的 characteristic so 这四项物件，假使讲啦，普通的人啦是用咱普通的目睭，咱是看袂到的敢若 through 咱训练这智慧禅，咱用咱的心去观这个目标，这个物质的目标咱才会慢慢去了解到原来了的物质有这四项物件伊这四项物件的变化来变化去so 这个Sayadaw讲，就是咱用咱的eyes of wisdom eyes of insight 就是讲咱的智慧看到的真正事实的这个情形啦所以常常的Dhamma咱讲的是坐禅，咱行禅时咱是安怎观呢？坐禅行禅的时，when 咱举咱脚起来时，咱特别慢慢观，一步一步观咱脚举起来when 举起来时咱的心特别对调调，伊会叮当你脚安怎举一步一步，莫互伊走了伸出去时，阮对迄个正念心对调调调上帝好伊行一步，你观的，你正念心就对调伊一步，伸搁对，你脚搁伸搁对了上的时when到你行了要放你脚落去脚的时，上本你安怎要放你脚的时，你脚一放落去，你正念心观本对调伊安尼款放落去脚对调伊的行动就对啦会做连调，迄个行动就可以连调as closely and concurrently 莫话对调 each step 啦逐步对调就对啦。你心爱有真正用的定力来对调假使讲咱会安尼款去观伊规个这个叮当的过程这个就是讲咱事实的咱的心是放掉这个真正发生的迄个时间的位咱的心无走就是讲 at present moment that means 咱所做的物件，咱的心是对调，但今咱去做调的行动。So when 咱的心放低，但今咱去做调的行动的时，咱就会看到真正伫发生伫迄阵时行动的变化啦。所以咱的先生大摆叫咱的yogi when 咱伫训练这个智慧禅时，咱特别放慢咱较了的行动。 放慢是讲分段，这个放慢是爱用力去关的，关准准，关拔拔，安尼款啊，但是咱佛经内面教咱安怎去去修这个心啦，so 这个巴利话，vipassana 是虾米意思呢？vipassana 伫巴利内面伊解释是安尼款的，就是讲互人脱离dissociating 甲即个巴利话叫 panyati 啦，就是 concept 啦concept 华语会翻译我个吹袂着，所以着伊上个一个形容词尔啦即 concept 达波查某即个是 concept 咯了达波的形式安尼款，查某的形式安尼款但比即个毋是真正事实的情形概念化 ，thank you so concept 伫咱唐人话来讲是一个概念啦when 咱讲这项物件时咱讲查甫的形就是安尼款，伊的 form 是安尼款，查某的形就是安尼款的shape 这是一个概念。但查甫甲查某甲了是伊真正是这四项物件组合起来甲有诶，就是讲伊特别有安怎讲伊特别有土质、火质水质、风质伊甲有一个人甲伊形成所以咱伫观的是咱的身躯when 咱伫观咱的身躯的行动when 咱伫观咱身躯大部分的时候when 咱伫用心伫看伊伫发生条伫好准时的那一秒当时所发生的物件是咱都会了解到咱都会明白到原来咱的身躯啦无管咱观的是不倒的风气塌落咱观的是sitting touching 动着咱看了到后尾来咱干来看到这几若项物件尔是观咱生产的时咱行路的时咱会看到的物件就是虾米咧到后尾来啦咱分出来啦就是咱会看到这个叮当了电甲水热甲冷是有时流汗咱感觉到有水质咱到后尾来咱看咱是看到这个物件啦所以这个物件是事实的伊毋是一个概念尔上个 concept 查甫查某when 你去看倒对来啦when 你物件你去分析啦你去管理啦你就会知这个物件原来是时代尔所以咱慢慢就会脱离这个查甫甲查某这个形这个毋是真正事实的这事件化啦所以when 咱伫观的时候咱特别用心对调这个咱观的目标对调白白安尼款咱就会感觉到咱观的物件原来伊甲这时是伫叮当when 伊叮当时伊甲浮起来时伊会感觉到会慢调了慢慢会定所以一直直变一项变去过一项所以咱看到这个物件咱会知原来这个是风质所以when 咱伫观咱的脚when 咱要举咱脚起来的时when 咱要塞咱脚出去的时when 咱放咱脚落去裤骹的时when 咱观准准咱就会发现这个物件甲了啦是风质的到咱看到脚举起来是叮当伸出去就是会放落来感觉重物件了所以咱看到这物件咱慢慢就会按照佢讲明白到原来这正事实的情形毋是这个按照佢讲 form and shape 毋是一个形外口的咱看到的形脚的形安尼款so Sayadaw 讲，敢若一人啦，伊安尼款去训练啦，伊该会摆脱讲伊即个即个就讲世俗的概念，明白即个道理了，伊看到真正事实的即个ultimate reality Paramata，就是讲即个方法最大的特质，伊的事实的形，敢若有看到有观到即个事实的即时代的情形，咱甲会慢慢按照去讲，人的心愿要谈到即个智慧禅的地位谈到即个area 的 knowledge area 就是讲迄个圣人的地位安尼款，伊如会观到即正即个时代即个巴拉马达的事实情形，如甲会谈到安尼款的地位有谈到安尼款的地位，到甲后尾来甲伊带人，到甲后尾咧谈到尼巴那，会感到尼巴那，安尼款。
We should practice meditation very respectfully, attentively, energetically. For that, there is another example given by the Buddha. In this example, a meditator is compared to a person carrying a bowl which is completely full of wine. You can imagine the degree of care and mindfulness that is required not to spill it. This same degree of care and mindfulness should be present in our meditation. There was a group of bhikkhus during the time of the Buddha, residing in a forest, practicing meditation and mindfully. At the end of a certain meditation, they would lit up and mindfully, walking from place to place. They were careless. They would look at the birds on the trees, and the clouds in the sky, not restraining their sense doors, indriya, at all. Consequently, they made no progress in their meditation. When the Buddha came to know that the bhikkhus were lack of respect and care for the practice, the Buddha approached the bhikkhus and spoke to them about the example of carrying the bowl of wine. Inspired by the Buddha's admonishment, the bhikkhus resolved thereafter to be mindful in all activities that they carry out. As a result, they became enlightened in a short time. Yes, you can verify this result in your own experience, but not on this retreat. On this retreat is very short, only 3 days. So, you know, on a long retreat, 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year retreat, you can verify this result. In addition to observing and noting respectfully, attentively, and inclining the mind, the noting mind towards impermanence, the yogi must observe and note the objects of meditation continuously without a break. Yes, we are approaching the Vipassana meditation into the deeper and deeper level. So you have to listen to me with a big ears. Okay? Continuously without a break. We had to practice. We had to observe and know the objects of meditation, so that our meditation will be continuous throughout the day. One should try to be with the movements as much as possible. One should try to be with moments as much as possible, moment to moment, without any break in between. In this way, mindfulness can be established and its momentum can increase. Firm mindfulness, strong and firm mindfulness prevents kilesa, as they cannot rise in the presence of strong mindfulness. Yes, please remember, strong and firm mindfulness prevents kilesa to arise, mental impurities to arise. The strong and firm mindfulness, sati, can prevent kilesa from arising. Because kilesa cannot arise at the presence of strong mindfulness. When the mind is free of kilesa, it becomes unburdened, light, and happy. Yes, during the long retreat, 3 months long retreat or 2 months long retreat, especially in special retreat in Myanmar, in the forest center, we have evenly, yearly, the special retreat, 2 months long retreat. You will hear the report from the yogis. They feel very light. The legs become light. The body become light, very serene and happy. Why? Because not much kilesa in that very good meditation. Kilesa had no chance to arise in a good meditation. So, I just mentioned, when the mind is free of kilesa, it becomes unburdened, light, and happy. Yes. So now you know that kilesa or mental impurities are heavy. The nature of mental impurities or kilesa are heavy, very heavy. That's why the people with heavy kilesa, like greed, hatred, delusion, they are liable to go down after their death, after their marana, after their last breath. They are liable to go down because they had a lot of kilesa. The nature of kilesa is very heavy. Our late Venerable Mahasi, Sayadaw, the most venerable late Mahasi Sayadaw said that we must practice like a person who has to rub 2 sticks to light a fire by the primitive means of friction. Do you understand? To make fire, by the primitive means of friction in old days. As you know, in the olden days, before the invention of matchsticks or lighters, one has to rub two pieces of wood or bamboo against each other until sufficient friction accumulated to get sparks. Imagine what will happen if you rub for 10 seconds and then rest for 5 seconds to think about it. Do you think you will get the fire, the sparks? You rub the sticks, 2 sticks, for 10 seconds. Then you stop and rest for 5 seconds. Do you think in this way you will get the fire? Definitely no. The more the sticks start to accumulate heat, the more effort one has to put in the rubbing. When we get one spark, only when the sticks become extremely heated up. In just this way, in just this similar way, a continuous practice of mindfulness is necessary to start the fire of wisdom. Yogis who are practicing vipassana meditation must maintain a continuous observing and noting so that there will be an uninterrupted continuity in the preceding observing and noting and the succeeding observing and noting.
Vậy sẽ đó con nắm từ bê yogi là hả trịnh chìm họ nắm từ gì từ bê cha cha yong lại hút lại để lại quan lắng nghe bọc biểu so sẽ đó thằng kim bê dùng có chỉ là例子啦 example 解釋給人聽這個故事咧就是講啲活嘅時期啦有一班嘅出嘅人比較啦伊人住喺這個巴裏邊訓練線特別這首嘅比較咧伊人是訓練無乜用心啦伊人無乜有正念啦所以when伊人站起來時伊人就方向站起來做物件無講細緻慢慢愛行就行愛站起來就愛就一下就站起來了目睭本一世界看天看鳥看這邊看嗰邊所以伊人是真正無去怎講真正無去顧啦伊人嘅行動甲伊人嘅心啦所以這個活就知道伊人安尼款真正無 restrain that means伊人真正無顧伊人嘅six sense 伊人嘅即五官所以因為伊人無去觀無去顧伊人嘅即個目睭譬如講身軀會觸到嘅物件伊人嘅耳伊人無去觀好勢所以伊人真正艱苦來進步啦so 了活動安尼款解講啦甲這班嘅比較安尼款解講啦你講一個人啦這個安講一個訓練智慧線嘅比較啦伊應該上加啲夾條一碗嘅油啦一碗嘅油是真正滿嘅所以when 你要夾 一碗嘅油咪可以請到，你是唔是特別真正寫字嚇？安尼款嚟驗一碗嘅油from 這個所在入去嗰一個所在嚇。所以呢個 Buddha 安尼款嚟講一般嘅 BQ 啦嚇。So when 這個 BQ 請到 food and 款嚟加時人，這 BQ 本真正車起來啦。聽佛嘅假事，所以人背後人就發心講 ，OK， 趁這時期，無管我人做蝦米行動，我人本特別有真正有正念心來觀啦，觀伊個六門啦，伊六門就是講目睭、耳、鼻孔，伊個舌、伊個身軀啦，加伊心啦，so when 伊人開始安尼款嚟過伊人嘅即個錄音嘅時，伊人真正快，伊人就得到啦 ，enlighten。所以成日都講，咱這邊訓練嘅yogi，咱家己本會使嚟安怎啊真verify就是嚟真實講這是唔是有影嘅，這個數是屬實嘅哦。特別成日都講，if 咱哋第這三節裏邊。這個修行嘅 online retreat 三節裏邊是，人是冇辦法去證明嘅啦。而人只yogi有心要去證明，講嘅話是對嘅啦。講人特別觀人嘅六門，人特別去較長嘅retreat，這個禪修營，人特別去較長嘅，較長咧有可能3個月、6個月，是1年。咁啊，啲安尼款嘅長嘅即個訓練嘅環境嘅裏邊，人較有即個條件來觀人嘅目標，觀準有即個力來觀直直接落去觀 without a break 無斷嘅因為人去一個禪修營，人有安尼款嘅條件，互人直直觀人所有嘅行動不管人行路。人坐聲，人食蝦米，人有安尼款嘅條件來觀，人所做嘅逐項物件，觀準佫有力去觀，免講去煩惱去做別項物件，觀人嘅即個目標所做嘅日常生活嘅目標，所以干那安尼款嘅訓練啦，直接嘅訓練，無斷嘅訓練，人甲會啥moment to moment就是講一秒接落去過一秒安尼款來觀安尼款人if 人逐秒人時間無斷嘅啦，安尼看去觀人嘅所接觸嘅所發生嘅目標浮起來嘅目標啦，安尼款人嘅正念心都會有才調人可以用起來可以在然後when 人嘅正念心一個用起來呢，一個載起來呢，後一項人談到嘅好處就是講，人嘅垃圾心被浮起來了，基利沙，這個巴利話叫做基利沙。when 人嘅正念心一個用起來人嘅垃圾心冇機會可以浮起來然後 when 一個人伊嘅垃圾心被浮起來接落來，伊就會感覺到伊嘅規身軀伊心甲伊身軀變做會感覺到真輕very light 因為伊袂感覺到啥真正重啥有物件帶着伊burden 啥真重因為佇這2個月、3個月，伊講逐年啦，佇班迪達拉瑪啦，伊人有即個2個月嘅密集禪修密集禪修逐年本有嘅，特別 COVID 當今啦所以有可能就嚇掉啦所以佇即個2個月、3個月嘅密集禪修裏邊咧，你會聽到好朋友yogi真正濟伊安尼款報告甲伊先生聽啦，講哎喲，我身軀當今真正輕然後我本感覺介歡喜呢，我心真正平靜我個人感覺到真正爽這是蝦米事呢？ 这都是因为伊人是正良心，或者是真正在真正用啊。when 一个人嘅ယောဂ嘅正良心在甲用嘅時啊，伊嘅垃圾心伊其實啥無機會走入來浮起來無機會。所以 when 伊嘅即個垃圾心無機會浮起來啊，即個人啊就變個真輕鬆個真正歡喜真平靜。然後一邊使到灰水，即個其實啥垃圾心啊，伊嘅特質伊形是真正重嘅所以使到講when一個人啦when 即個人伊嘅即個垃圾心真正謝時啦，就是講垃圾心就是貪嗔癡啦貪嗔癡啦when 伊真謝即個垃圾心嘅時伊未開往嘅時真大可能啦真大可能伊會落去即個無好嘅所在啦哈咪數一個人真濟垃圾心會落去即個無好嘅所在咧因為即個垃圾心是重嘅嘛heavy 嘛所以重嘅物件是唔是拖人落去一啲像地極出事啲即個無鬼燒爐還是出事做禽獸變這人嘅垃圾心真正謝時啦真用嘅時啦所以伊嘅腦是真重嘅所以一個人嘅腦真重然後你過往嘅時伊重嘅心會傳落去即個會低嘅所在啦無好嘅所在啦所以成日就嚟講即個人嘅尊敬嘅 Venerable Mahasi 成日舉啦白講過啦所以人when 一個人啦伊要訓練愛有成績啦伊就上加兩嚟查啦咱兩來查是兩滴啦咱磨啦磨要互伊出火啦因為較貴人 when 你人無即個點火嘅即個物件時來倒嘅時伊人是安怎起火嘅咧就是用兩滴直直磨到甲伊真正熱嘅時然後伊有出即個火嘅時 spark 兩慢慢伊甲會做出有火起來啦所以成日講相款when 一個yogi啦伊愛有訓練有好嘅成績啦伊袂使講伊啥兩支餐呢伊磨10分鐘了伊下5分鐘了佢再磨10分鐘了穿了佢再下5分鐘安尼款伊就袂安怎去講伊就袂看到迄個安怎講伊袂談到迄個高熱熱啥咧敵人嚟看高熱熱了伊會起火啦袂常常一個yogi本好伊訓練啦伊無接安尼款訓練2日下3日 OK 安尼款伊是無可能會啥有成績出來啦所以使到講假使講人袂真正互人有影成功啥當磨落去滴嘅時互伊會出火咧人就要咱嘅訓練咧就要接咪互伊斷去像安尼款嘅正念啦接嘅正念啦較有可能會到後尾來會出光出火啦成個咱嘅智慧嘅款會浮起來啦so 解釋就是到這邊
For those who want to practice meditation until the completion of all the levels of insight and realize the path in fruition, this continuous mindfulness is a must. Throughout the day, be fully aware of even the tiniest actions. The tiniest action, like your eyes blank, when you turn your head or doorknob, you must be aware of all of them. Apart from the hours of sleeping, yogis on meditation retreat should be continuously mindful. Now time's up. So I have to conclude this talk, tonight's talk, wishing you Bhavatu Sabha Mangalam Rekhantu Sabha Devata Sabha Buddhanubhavina Sada Sukhi Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Sabha Mangalam Rekhantu Sabha Devata Sabha Dhammanubhavina Sada Sukhi Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Sabha Mangalam Rekhantu Sabha Devata Sabha Sanghanubhavina Sada Sukhi Bhavantu Te. May there be all blessing to you. May all devas give protection by the power of all Buddhas, all Dhammas, and all Sanghas. May all of you be well and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. See you in next retreat.
Sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Please, brothers and sisters, please stay put. Okay, my cháu go. Okay. Cháu lại sẽ đó có những thời gian này quan hệ họ, ý con là truy là yogi là một ta kiểu là if ý chế yogi hy vọng là ý làm tiêu ở thành tiêu, cái đó chế là insight ta chạm cái insight cái đó chập lại đấy ha, thành tiêu ý địa vị cái thành tiêu chế là tổ cái cố là path and function ha. Sai đó con, cái nào anh ấy khoan thì chế là siêu hình chế là retreat để ý kinh nghiệm xem được chấp vô tuổi ý có tập tài hành động vô quan ý đi chuẩn chiếu khởi mũi ý chạm mi kia vô quan ý做下面啦hành動除了ý困的事ý隻目睭ý隻車開目睭呢嗬ý就被有經驗啦，實有經驗啦。咁啊，安尼款接嘅訓練過掉伊六枚用這個經驗先過掉伊六枚，伊對談到加了經驗要集落嚟all levels of 這個inside knowledge， 這個智慧上嘅智慧加談到最後談到道加個加經驗一般啊。OK， sadhu sadhu。So 當今咱要請咱嘅這個sister Peiling甲咱翕一個 group photo. Now we would like to invite our host sister Peiling, our assistant secretary of NBMC, to help us to take a group photograph. So brothers and sisters, please start your video.
I have to put here, right? So lower down.
Okay, all ready? If ready, then I'm going to capture.
Wait for a while. Wait for a while. Wait, please. Okay. Okay. Ready?
1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
Okay, sadhu 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 everyone. So
Sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu, Bante.
Thank you.
thank you. All right. So I would like to wish all yogi to continue your good practice, and then hopefully we'll meet again in the near future in another retreat at MBMC. So everyone take care and stay safe. And once more, sadhu sadhu to our Sayadaw, Pannananda, for his teaching and guidance. And we would like to thank Bante Mahananda for his assistance in this retreat, and Sister Peiling for doing all the communication in online communication. And